Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLee's Corner, and yes, it's a Saturday, and yes, I'm on live. Okay, and the reason is I didn't want to hear your mouth. If I didn't come back around here until like Tuesday, okay. Happy Saturday. This should be a quick little live. Okay, something real easy. I ain't put no lipstick on or whatever, child. I did put my hair up in a bun because my hair look crazy and whatnot. But here we are together for a conversation. Okay. And while it is bare minimum stuff, I still feel like we got a good hour and a half of content to get out, to have a conversation and whatnot. Okay, but y'all know to do a couple things for me. Okay, y'all know to like the video. Okay, to subscribe to the channel. Okay, to comment in the comment section. I know for those who are in the watch the replay, I need y'all to hype up the video as well. Now look, I'm here. Okay. I'm so tired, y'all. Not tired. I'm so relaxed. Tired is the wrong word because I'm not tired. I am so relaxed. I was like, ooh, I don't want to get on camera. I don't want to talk to nobody. Okay, I want to keep relaxing in the nice, cool air of the house, child, in silence, and wait for the game to come on tonight. I think it didn't come on at 8:30 or whatever. But I said no. Okay, you plan the live because you're trying to be consistent with the peoples. Okay, and even if YouTube don't tell y'all for the hour or so that I'm on live, I still can't not do the show for y'all. I can't control what Netflix tell y'all. All I can do is put out content, and I appreciate those who watch the replay and whatnot, and who watch the lives as well. Okay, I did a whole thumbnail. It had to be in black because I couldn't find nothing. Kelly Price messed up my thumbnail because I'm like, girl, why can't I find you in no cute clothes and color from the current times, from the current century? So it had to be in black. Okay. Anyway, I also did a car conversation. Was it yesterday? Maybe I did Thursday. I don't know, but I did, I did a little review of All the Queen's Men because season 5 has started on Paramount Plus. I did that. I had a little conversation about the Carmelo Anthony situation, the Akbar V. Little quick little conversation about nothing and everything at the same time. Okay. So y'all be sure that y'all are going and looking at the content that's on the channel. Okay. Even if you didn't see it live and in color, you can still see it on the read of the play and whatnot. Okay. But today we got some little Wendy Williams news. Child Cassie being harassed. Kelly Price is losing her mind. Okay, Kelly Price is spiraling. Tyra said, "Bitch, play with your mama, not me." She's suing Netflix. Drew, little bitty Drew update. I just had to put somebody in that corner, and I said, "Girl, put Drew around it," because Drew Ralph said something real fast. Okay, from Kanye West, it's just some stuff, Jay-Z, big little Tigger. Okay, a little Wiz Khalifa. But here we are today. And I said, I don't feel like putting lipstick on because when I get off here, I need a manicure. I'm gonna get my nails done tomorrow. I could have went today, but I already ran some errands and I came home until I didn't want to be gone. I wanted to be back home to get live and in color with y'all. Okay. But hello to the people who are here in the chat, and hello to those who would end up watching the replay. Where's my little handbag thing, child? And thank those who are gonna end up watching the replay. Okay, like the video, hit the button, boom, pow, pow. When you're here, okay, I'm here. I posted on my community tab. I posted on Twitter. I posted on my story and on my IG story and on my IG feed. Okay, I said, look, you rarely is live on a Saturday. Post it so people will know, because YouTube. This is the thing. This is what I know. Okay, the YouTube algorithm really works when you are consistently putting out content. I'm very inconsistent recently. Okay, badly, whatever. Okay. However, I try to at least warn y'all, hey, I'm gonna be loud today. Come on through. Come on through. So I try my best to forewarn y'all. But here we are. Okay. Here we are together. And I had to put them in all black because all black this sometimes it work. Okay. I was tired Friday. I had a long day of meetings and stuff and people at work. And I got home and I was like, nope. And here we got it. Okay, something. Look, I be around here. I be around here. Okay, but it's not like you too. And the bell thing, sometimes it don't work. Okay, sometimes it don't work or whatever. You might look if I look. I promise y'all. Before I got on camera, it was out and about. Okay, it was very much so out because I washed it and I blow dried it a little bit, and then I left it, and then I was just around here, and so I was like, girl, don't. I probably could rock my hair like Jay-Z's old hair for real. Okay, but my hair now was what Jay-Z hair looked like. Okay, but and there are no good pictures yet of Jay-Z with his new hair, and I don't be wanting to use Jay-Z pictures of when he had his hair being, when he had like a fade or whatever. That's too old. So all I can do when he was old. Okay. I want to go ahead and get started on things. And again, the game comes on at around 8:30 today, and I want to be chillaxing. Okay, I don't want to be here all day. And again, this is a quick little yin yang. Okay, not too much, not too little. Okay, for those who will come in later on, welcome. Okay, but it'd be real weird. Okay, YouTube is damn. I'm sorry, text. YouTube was, it's it be some time, okay? But you have to unclick the bell and then re-click it, and hopefully that helps reset it to let you know. And then also when you do have a little check thing, you do have to say what notifications you want, because I have all of mine cut off. Mainly because I'm a YouTuber and I'm subscribed to a lot of people channels or whatever, some of my channels. I'm gonna be caring because I don't really be watching like that or whatever. But I do know that you have to be like, hey, I want their notifications, okay? And I want them every time. I think there are settings for the little bell thing, whatever. So make sure that if you have the bell checked for the notifications, you also tell YouTube, hey, let me know every time she live. So that way you will know. Okay. But hello to those popping in. We are on a game rush because I'm still mad. I am still upset that I missed game 4 because I was asleep. I'm upset. I'm like, I wanted to see game 4. I wanted to see game 4, and I couldn't see game 4, and it made me upset. I was like, now why would y'all do that? Okay. But I popped up. Now I can't guarantee I'm gonna pop up every Saturday, but again, I can guarantee I'm gonna try to pop up, and I'm gonna tell y'all when I'm popping up. But I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm being a little bit more. I was live. I was live last Saturday. Maybe I wasn't. I might be lying. I don't know. But I try to pop on one day within the weekend and 2 or 3 days in the week. And so here we are together. Okay. But let me get to share my screen because we have a couple of things to get into. Okay, to get the day started. Okay, and whatnot. And I was saving stuff here and saving stuff there and saving stuff everywhere. Okay. Where I want to listen. Now, first of all, I was confused when I first seen this. Okay. The first thing I seen, I'm like, why the baby hanging over the rail? And I said, why she's working? I said, now what had happened was now, ma'am, I need somebody to quickly call CPS because nobody should be twerking over a banister with a baby on their stomach. Okay, what if the baby fell out? What if the baby slipped out? What if the baby head did this and now the baby had a concussion? Okay, I do not understand why people feel the need to include their babies in the food list. That baby could have fell and got hurt, or just simply hit their head on the railing, ma'am. What if your arm would have slipped and you choked the baby? Okay, what if that pole, if the gay thing was a bit slippery and your hands slipped and you killed your baby? Okay, it ain't not nan twerking music song that is worth you get the baby die. Okay, if you want to twerk, fine. Do not climb your ass up on the banisters. Do not climb up nowhere to twerk. Okay, your ass wasn't high enough, so you decided to get up on the bleacher. Okay, baby hanging in front of you. I'm like, girl, that ain't what it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm not saying she wrong for twerking. I'm saying you wrong for twerking and getting up there with the baby carrier on, and your first thought should be the baby. Because what if the baby falls? What if I slip? That should be your thought. You can twerk by yourself on the ground. Okay, you could have did that, but why would you? I was like, girl, and then what a daddy at? Now, first of all, also, the Yin Yang twins have a residency at SeaWorld? Because why they keep being at SeaWorld? Because that's the Yin Yang twin who was, entertaining the fish and the human. You done brought your baby to them Yin Yang twins, dolphin whale, sing along, and the baby like, how the fuck did I get here? Why am I upside down? Am I flying? Why am I shaking? Because your mama ain't shit. Okay, anyway. Yeah, y'all don't be twerking with the babies up in the air. Okay. Michael Jackson hung his baby over that balcony. We told Michael Jackson, don't do that. Okay. Your intentions may not be to hurt a child, but you should not let your baby dangle anywhere. Stop dangling. Okay, stop dangling. It's just weird. Now, this man said, I want to do a Carisha remix. Okay, I know that the spin that shit is about schemers and scammers. Let me go talk to the school board because I think they're scheming and scamming and they need to hear my song.
Start checking their Zelle. Check your Zelle. You need to check your Zelle because people are getting Zelle payments. So I'm reminded of a song by Young Miami. And if Young Miami was here today, she would say, where all my scamming school board employees at? Spending that money fast. 20s, 50s, hundreds cash. Rachel Daly go in that go yard bag. Boosting employees, where y'all at? Stuffing those facilities in y'all bags just to flip it and pop some tags. Rachel Daly go in that go yard bag. Spin that shh. Spin that shh. Spin that shh. Start checking his Zelle. Check.
Now, first of all, the fact that that man was at home rewriting a song to match the issues at the school is hilarious to me. So, Delvin King, a Broward County school director, addressed allegations during a meeting that school board employees were pocketing cash payments tied to rental of school gymnasiums. Now, first of all, I feel like um, there is no school official that should be getting paid anything in cash. Okay, not at all. If you are a school board member, if you whatever it may be, even you are renting something, it should be money order, a little cashier's check, okay, and it all should go to the school. Nobody should be getting paid in cash. I don't think they should. But he said, "With my scamming ass school board right there."
Check your Zelle. You need to check your Zelle because people are getting Zelle payments. So I'm reminded of a song by Young Miami.
You think Young Miami was somewhere home? And they said, Young Miami, they brought you up at the school board. The school board? At the school board?
So now why am I in it? And you could have did
now,
it.
see how I get thrown in stuff?
How did the school board? I ain't even in school.
And if Young Miami was here today, she would say, where all my scamming school board employees at? Spending that money fast. 20s, 50s, hundreds cash. Rachel Daly go in that go yard bag. Boosting employees, where y'all at? Stuffing those facilities in y'all bags just to flip it and pop some tags. Rachel Daly go in that go yard bag. Spin that shh. Spin that shh. Spin that shh.
Who we looking at? Spin that shit. I would have said shit.
Start checking his Zelle. Check your Zelle.
He called out employees directly, Rachel Daly, to go check their go yard bag. Okay, he said he was citing findings from the report dealing their alleged transactions. If you hear that the school people is around there scheming, scamming around people, I feel like go do it. Yes, call them out. Okay, point the finger. Spin that, Sir, who else doing? Is it just one lady? Is it just one lady? I just wonder. Okay. Either way, he said, look, this is my song now. And he was smart. He didn't use the music. Okay. I just used the cadence and the song and the words. I mixed the words up. I did not use the beat. Okay. I wonder if they really up there stealing. Because we used to have a summer camp and stuff for kids back in the day. and parents did come and pay us in cash. However, we had to account for every single thing. You couldn't just be getting paid cash and there's no accounting for it. Okay. The fee was the fee, and you had to count every single bucket, every single bit. Okay. So with whoever scheming, scamming, child, they're gonna go to jail. They're gonna go to jail. You know who wanna go to jail? It's too hot outside. It's probably hot in the prison too. Stop that shit. Okay. Some crazy things. Okay, we're going from some funny shit to some real shit. Texas woman caught on camera shooting her ex-husband 18 times, okay, after luring him out of his home with a fake pizza delivery. Bitch, that a fake pizza.
Was the ex-wife, is she the person who carried out the shooting on Sedona Lane?
Yes, sir, she was.
March 1st, Ring doorbell caught the March attempt to kill her ex-husband. A fake pizza order is called to an address in the 1800 block of Sedona Lane. When the delivery driver arrives, a person creeping from behind the garage opens fire. The ex-husband is hit and goes down, and the person with the gun, police say the ex-wife, Marquita Marie Rice, goes back and shoots more shots, leaving in a silver Chevy that Detective Bowie tracked by its tail lights.
From all the way from Georgia to Dallas. And
wait, Georgia? So from Atlanta, Georgia to Dallas, Texas?
Back. And from Raleigh to Georgia, from Georgia to Dallas.
And a tail light connected you to the car.
The tail light that make big difference for my case.
Marquita Marie Rice in jail in North Carolina. Was the ex-wife?
Now, why would you? Well, thank God the man survived. Okay, let's say that. Well, thank God the man survived. He ain't died. But 31-year-old Marquita Marie Rice accused of shooting her ex-husband 18 times after allegedly luring him outside his Dallas home with a fake pizza delivery. What happened to the pizza delivery man? Did he get shot too? Was he on the ploy? Security footage reportedly captured Rice waiting behind a wall in the victim's garage before he came outside. Once he opened the door, she allegedly opened fire, ran away, and went to shoot him again. But I'm like, if the pizza delivery man was the scapegoat to get the man outside, did he get shot too? Also, if I didn't order pizza and someone comes to my door saying, hey, pizza delivery, bitch, I don't know you. I don't order no pizza. I don't want that food. I told y'all, if the door gets knocked on and I am not expecting anybody, I'm not opening up no door. If I didn't order no pizza or no food, I'm not opening up my door. That's just stupid. Okay, now they said they believe the shooting was premeditated because the victim never ordered a pizza that was delivered to his house. Despite being shot several times, okay, he survived, and she was arrested in North Carolina in May and is currently being held on $1 million bond. Y'all, I don't know how many times I have to tell y'all this. The dick is never worth it. Okay, attempted murder, premeditated murder, none of that stuff. Okay, it's never worth it. To go and hide out by the side of someone's house waiting for a pizza delivery, and then you come and shoot your ex-husband 4, 5, 18 times, and then you don't even kill him. It's 18 wasted bullets, and now he's full of holes. Now he's Swiss cheese, and you're gonna be in prison. Like, can he sue the pizza delivery man too? We probably didn't know. And I seen him run up on the side. But again, I just need people to understand, if your ex-husband is your ex-husband, please move on. Okay? And also, this is also a thing for you too. If you are not expecting someone and someone knocks on your door, do not open the door. Don't even go near it. Okay, say, who is it, from across the room? Again, if you don't, you either have a key to my house to get in, and I ain't got to worry about that. And even then, you have to text me or call me and say, hey, I'm on my way over there. Okay, cool. You can get in. But him, opening up his door, because he's like, well, who ordered pizza? Was it a good pizza? Was it the good pizza store? Again, thank God he survived. Because 18 shots, girl, you're a horrible shot. Horrible. I wonder how long they have been. Let me Google her name, because sometimes they're gonna be having all the information. I'm like, how long was y'all together? Okay. Oh, this happened 3 days ago. Let's go to the local people. Okay. If they have any extra information. A woman wanted a shooting in Texas earlier this year has been arrested. Shot a man in Dallas. She was in hospital. He survived. The man had received a food delivery he did not order. She was pow, pow, pow. I just wonder if there's any other information on because what makes you drive from state to state? To drive from state to state and then just shoot somebody and then drive back to wherever you're from. He must have some really good penis, or I don't know, but I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, he's so lucky to be alive. The food it must be the best. Look, what food? What could someone say at my door that may even get me to go to the door? There is no, if someone said lose deli corned beef sandwich delivery, I might look out the window, but I will also know the trick because the Lou Deli is so far from where I live. They not delivering over here. Okay, not today, not ever. So there's no food restaurant that I would open my door for when I know damn well I did not order the food. Okay, it's just not gonna happen. When I first seen this a couple of days ago, I thought it was a joke. Man sentenced to 45 years. The police say he carried out a 50-day Lego theft spree with a deadly weapon. I don't understand why anybody is out here stealing Legos. And how do you get 45 years for stealing Legos? Like, are they golden Legos? Just Jesus own them? Who owns the Legos? And he looked special, A Texas man has been sentenced to 45 years in prison after authorities say he stole more than $300,000 worth of merch during a multi-state retail theft spree. Was he playing with Legos? Was it like black market Legos? 28-year-old Winston Love was convicted of organized retail theft with a deadly weapon on June 4th. He was connected to a 50-day crime spree across Texas and Oklahoma back in 2025. He stole merch, including more than 200 Lego sets. Girl, was you building a fort? Winston, was you building a fort for your friends? He stole more than 200 Lego sets, coffee makers, vacuum cleaners, and PlayStation controllers. Not the game? Like, what can you do with a controller but not the game? But jury also ordered him to pay back a 10K fine. But is he a habitual offender? He was arrested in October 25 after he was accused of selling more than 1,200 Legos from Target. Police later linked him to multiple. Is it because it was a state-to-state thing? According to the Tarrant County District Attorney Office, the case marked the first trial under Texas updated organized retail theft law, which took effect in September 2025. So what is that? 45 years in prison for theft is insane. For some Legos? And maybe it was also the deadly weapon piece of it. But 45 years? I guess armed robbery is a thing. And if you robbed more than one store with a gun, that means it's multiple charges. So I'm guessing that's why he got the 45. Okay. Hello to people popping in. Make sure that you are liking the video. Thank y'all for being here on this Saturday. But yeah, y'all don't be stealing. Don't be. And why you are Legos fun? Now he in prison. I mean, they had toys in prison a little bit too, so I don't know. But that's just weird in my opinion. Y'all, Legos. I'm like, girl, maybe he needs somewhere to stay. Here in Michigan, okay, it says Southwest Detroit. Thieves use a stolen wheel loader to smash into a Detroit CVS for an ATM. I wonder, do people realize it's not easy to get into an ATM machine? Even if you can steal the machine, it's damn near impossible to get into it. Okay. So police are investigating after the suspect used a stolen wheel loader during an attempted break-in at a CVS in South of Detroit. This happened at a CVS near Vernon Highway and Campbell Street. Preliminary information: the wheel loader was stolen from a local business before it was used at the CVS. It is not for the CVS that appeared the suspect got away. You stole a front loader thing, put a hole in the CVS, and then steal the ATM. Y'all be stupid thieves. Y'all do stuff backwards. Okay. Now, I think the first time, it be all these movies that show people stealing stuff and I'm gonna break into the vault, I'm gonna get all this money. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Because one, when they catch you, you're going to prison. Okay. And you probably are already, financially struggling because why else would you try to the ATM? So you then can't afford a good lawyer. So again, y'all stop doing stupid crime shit. Okay, just for no reason crime type of shit. I don't be understanding, child. A couple of sad things. Okay, we gotta get into this to warn people. Hey, don't be crazy. Now, I fully believe that crazy has a look. Whether you are black, white, Puerto Rican, Latino, Asian, Japanese, Korean, or whatever you are, there's a look of crazy in every hue. Okay, so this bald-headed white man looks crazy. Okay, he has crazy eyes. He does. I just feel it. Okay. Now a murder happened here in Michigan. It happened in Livonia, and I remember the morning it happened because it was like, 4 people killed. We don't have any information. I'm like, what you mean 4 people was killed? Y'all don't know shit. What happened? What the fuck happened? Well, now we have some information. So again, here in a city outside of Detroit, he's 25, y'all. He's a fucking baby. Okay, his frontal lobe just finished developing. Okay, a 25-year-old Livonia man has been arrested, charged with fatal shootings of 4 people, including his parents, his brother, and his brother's girlfriend. And the sad part about this shit is when you are killed because of somebody else. Because when somebody kills their parents and their siblings, and you kill me because I'm your brother's girlfriend, what the fuck? What you kill me for? I didn't do nothing. Okay. Wayne County Prosecutor Kenworthy charged Gage Wade Pierce with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 4 counts of felony firearm. He will deny bond. He needs to be denied bond. Okay. When somebody kills multiple people, there should be no bond. Ever. There should not even be a bond conversation. Okay. Victims were identified as Nevaeh Finch, 21 of Warren, Tanner Pierce, 22 of Livonia, Holly Kimball, 53 of Livonia, and Sterling Pierce for Data Livonia. Holly Kimball and Sterling Pierce was his parents. Okay. Tanner Pierce was his brother, and then the Finch girl was the girlfriend. Okay. The shooting happened around 5:30 p.m. on June 9th and whatever. So officers arrived. They found Tanner Pierce and Nevaeh Finch inside the bedroom with multiple gunshot wounds. Holly Kimball and the daddy were found on the backyard patio, also from multiple gunshot wounds, which sounds like he went in there and was killing folks out the blue. Because you get two people in their room chilling, and then you had the parents out on the backyard patio probably chilling. And this fool, then came and killed people. Okay. A dog in the home was also found shot. Okay. The dog lived. So you know how crazy you have to be to take out your parents, your sibling's girlfriend, and try to kill the dog too. It's a Gage fired a semi-automatic rifle multiple times, okay, killing the victims. He was taken into custody at the scene because when the story first came out, they did say like someone was in custody who was related to the victim. It just wasn't many details. So this is just an insane situation. Okay. They recovered a semi-automatic rifle, but believed to have been the used in the murders, along with several other firearms, including a rifle, a shotgun, and handguns. Police said there was a contentious relationship between the suspect and his parents. And the lesson here is, again, I get it that parents just want to love their children. We birthed you, we created you, we love you. And even if there's this contentious, strained relationship, we want to help you, son. But sometimes, no. Sometimes you have to say, you know what, police? My son is crazy. We don't have the best relationship. Come get him. Sometimes you have to distance yourself from the crazy family member to avoid crazy situations. But in my opinion as well, I feel like anyone who came and took out the whole family plus tried to get a dog, no one could probably stop him from snapping. And I also feel like taking out the girlfriend shows how deranged and evil he is. Because why kill her? Why shoot the dog? Even if you beefed out with your parents, to shoot the dog and your brother girlfriend is kind of crazy. And now the girlfriend family got to deal with her being dead because your crazy ass and killed her. So again, there's no way that people can avoid crazy people. It just happens. However, if you see someone say something, and if I feel like your brother is crazy, I don't want to be at your house. Because God forbid, and God forbid it happen, okay? Thank God he's locked up, and thank God he has no bond, no bail. Leave says in there, gas chamber. Okay, gas chamber. Secondary thing, okay, this happened in the Bronx, New York. Okay, a 41-year-old man shot fatally by a teenager on the bus because the man said, "Hey, you too loud."
With an argument about someone yelling too loudly on his phone, and it ended in gunfire and a 41-year-old man dead, and it happened on an MTA bus. Surveillance video shows passengers running off that bus moments after gunshots rang out.
Y'all running too slow. Y'all moving slow.
Including at least one rider with a baby stroller. According to police, the victim told the suspect to keep it down. An argument ensued, and then the gunman shot the victim in his abdomen on a BX36 bus. It happened yesterday around 2:30 in the afternoon at White Plains Road and East Tremont Avenue. The suspect then fled on foot southbound on White Plains Road. He's described as a young man, possibly a teenager, wearing a white shirt at the time. The victim, identified by police as Jonathan Pettigrew, was rushed to Jacoby Hospital, where he later died. Started with an argument.
And what's crazy is this: no one has the right to take someone's life. Okay? Hard stop. No one has the right to take someone else's life. Hard stop. I also want to mention that sometimes it's better to mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are aggravating and it's ignore their ass. And the main reason is because you never know when a crazy person is going to pop you for you just asking them, hey, you too loud. Can you be quiet? Okay, can you please be quiet? Now, again, the guy the murderer got away. They think the guy could be the person can be between the ages of 13 and 16. But they started arguing about the kid on the phone being loud. Okay, and I'm not. First of all, I'm also not fussing with no kids. But I am a firm believer in I mind my business. As long as you are not in my ear yelling, cussing, fussing, and being, a hindrance to me directly, I don't care what you're doing. I will be aggravated. In my brain, I would say you're stupid as fuck, but I'm not confronting any stranger anywhere about anything. At work, I have my own office. However, the person who sits in the office next to mine has a loud voice. Her voice carries, okay? And it's aggravating a lot of times. However, I don't care. You want to know why? I have a noise cancellation device. I just push the little button, and it's louder than her. And it's soothing. I have soothing sounds playing because her voice, she just has a loud voice. And I don't think she's loud in general, but that's how she talks. You know what I'm saying? And she's in the office next to mine. So you sometimes will have to hear loud people, loud noises, and you don't always have to confront someone because even at work, if you confront someone, you don't know how they're gonna react. They can fuck around you and say, I ain't got time, bitch. I ain't got time. But I do feel like no one has the right to take anyone else's life. I'm making that clear. Okay, I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm not with the blame. Okay, but I am saying, in that same vein, we, the older people, the older generation, we have to recognize we can't be out here always feeling like we have the right to say, "Hey, cut that down," because the days of younger people respecting their elders has died. Okay, back in the day, if an adult told you to do something, you listened. I'm sorry, Miss So-and-so, my bad. These days, okay, they don't do that. You say, hey, don't do that. And some of these kids, some of these youngsters don't pay no mind. They don't get no fucks. So while it's very, 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 very unfortunate that this person lost their life because of an idiot person who killed them, at the same time, we have to also learn we no longer have the right to try to don't do that to people because we are an elder or we feel like, hey, you should not be disturbing my peace. The respect, there are not many, the people, my friends, my family, my DJ, my godsons, the people in my life who have children, those kids are respectful. Okay, the people in my orbit, they were raised with respect. Some of these other motherfuckers, it's a no. Okay, even now to this day, I am 44. I don't cuss in front of my mama. I don't cuss in front of my aunts and uncles at all. I have cousins who do, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I still feel like it's weird to hear. I'm like, I'm not gonna say motherfucker for my no, no. Because I was raised differently. It's different. Again, your neighbors, even in back in the day, your neighbors in the neighborhood had the right to check you. And you knew they could do it. You didn't back talk them. And even if it was an adult who you did not know, who told you, hey, don't be doing that. It wasn't no bitch, shut up, stab, stab, stab. You're like, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. And all of the business. But that's not the time we live in now. And we kind of sort of have to acknowledge that it's a different day and age. And we have to teach even I was telling DJ the other day, you know what I'm saying? You can't be out here fussing and arguing with folks because you think because you are upset about something. Because some people don't argue fair. And this is an example of, a teenager or whoever feeling the need to kill someone, to stab someone because they was told, hey, you too fucking loud on your phone. So May, he how was this man's name? I don't think put his name up here. But may the 41-year-old man rest in peace. But yeah, some kids shout no home training. None at all. They need to be punched in their throat. Okay. Now, this is a bit of stupid shit. Okay. When I first read I said, what do you mean? What happened? A Georgia mama is hospitalized, okay, in charge after being run over by her 13-year-old daughter during school drop-off, and she has to learn to walk again. I was confused. I'm like, what do you mean? So, Georgia mama is now facing charges because she allowed her 13-year-old daughter to drive during morning school drop-off. Now, first of all, you should not be letting your 13-year-old drive. In my opinion, I feel like the only time you should let your 13-year-old drive is if you take them to a huge empty parking lot and you are having them to drive up and down the spaces, pull in the parking space and pull out. Okay. But you should never allow your 13-year-old unlicensed kid to drive in the real traffic. Okay. That's just stupid. But she allowed her 13-year-old daughter to drive during school drop-off that led to a crash, okay? And let the mama hospital. I said, now how the fuck did you get hit? Okay, 35-year-old Shamika, is it Shamika? I think it's Shamika. Shamika Johnson let her daughter operate a 2017 Chrysler Pacifica in the drop-off lane at the school. Well, first of all, that's a crime. You let a child drive in a school zone around other children. The teen was behind the wheel with a 4-year-old boy and 6-month-old girl inside the car. Okay, when the van suddenly accelerated forward, striking Johnson and coming to a stop on top of her. Girl. The teen then reversed the vehicle, which crashed into an unoccupied parked SUV nearby. The mama suffered serious injuries, had to go to the hospital. She's had multiple surgeries and is currently working through rehab. Okay, and she has to learn to walk in. I don't know why you would let her do that. That's stupid. So court documents allege Johnson endangered her daughter's life and everybody else around her by allowing her to drive without a license, adult inside the vehicle. Judge found probable cause and for a reckless conduct charge, and a warrant was issued. While the mom could have had no ill intent or any thoughts of what if my daughter put the car in drive and run me over. Okay, cool. But you should have never let her drive with other kids in the car. You should never let her, because what it sounds like happening is they switch seats. It sounded like there was a drop-off line or whatever. The mama said, hey, I'm gonna get out the car and walk around. You scoot over, and I'm gonna let you drive to the corner. Okay? And once the mama got out the car, the daughter climbed over. The daughter, the fuck around, ran the mama over. Okay? And it's your fault. You can't be allowed. That's just stupid. Again, back in the day, you would allow your kid, you would be in an empty parking lot with no cars. There's a big ass empty parking lot. So that way, if worse came to worse, the child can't hit anything because it's an empty parking lot. The most the most it may hit is a light pole, but at least it won't hit no people and it won't crash. It's no big things. But again, now you laid up and can't walk. Ain't got charges. Again, you just sometimes have to be smart. You can't always be stupid. Okay? And some folk just is stupid. Okay. Again, Spurs and the Spurs and the Knicks play today, right? The fucking Spurs people said, hey, we not allowing anyone to get tickets who don't live within 150 miles of us. The fact that the Spurs are trying to block ticket sales from Knicks fans is that even legal? How can you do that? The San Antonio Spurs are drawing attention ahead of potential NBA game tonight. Ticket sales were reportedly restricted to fans living near the team's home. I don't get how anyone. I believe at a recent game recently, I don't think they blocked Knicks fans. I think they blocked Knicks fans from sitting courtside. I don't mind if you say, hey, because y'all in our house, we don't want any other fans sitting courtside. You got to sit up top a little bit. But I'm saying to say that no one can buy a ticket unless they live in the area, that's insane. What if I'm a fan of the Spurs, bitch, but I moved out of state and I'm coming to visit to see my home team play? Okay. Now, this was posted on Ticketmaster. Okay, for sales for the game at Frost Bank Center in San Antonio were limited to customers residing within 150 miles of the venue. Okay, and so that anybody else, it was your credit card information, zip codes, all that shit, address, that's how they verify. But why would y'all do that? Y'all weird. Okay, I can't wait to see the game tonight. I want to see who the fuck gonna show up. Y'all take 30 good seconds, okay? Because we almost done, y'all. We got about an hour in, y'all. Y'all take a little minute, okay? Like the video, post a little comment, child. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll get into the rest of the foolishness. And here we are. Let's go. Okay. Again, it's Saturday. I want to chill, and the game comes on in a couple of hours. I'm gonna go from top to bottom. Okay, we're gonna start from top and go down to the bottom. One, I want to say congrats to Scary Movie. It opened up to a $105 million opening worldwide, marking the biggest franchise opening ever for the movie. Now, I have not went and seen it yet. I'm waiting for it to come on streaming. Not because, I don't want to support black actors. I don't think, have I ever went and seen a Scary Movie in the theater? I don't think I have. I don't think I have. I want to watch it at home on streaming after eating an edible. I heard it may be funnier if I have an edible, and I don't want to take an edible outside my house. Okay, but again, large, opening for the movie. I haven't heard any negative things about it either. I've heard it was funny. I've heard people liked it and whatnot. So congrats to them, and hopefully it does makes more money. They may do another one. I don't know. I want them to make a new White Chicks, but we'll see what happens with that. But again, congrats to the peoples. James Harden was arrested. I think for what?
Been arrested on a weapons charge. That is according to multiple reports, which say it happened early this morning in Houston, as authorities caught him with a handgun in his vehicle. It was apparently in plain sight, not being carried in a holster. The 36-year-old NBA star was released on bond. The charge is a misdemeanor. A court date is scheduled for June 22nd. James Harden has been.
I feel like, isn't Texas an open carry state? I don't live there. I'm assuming because he had a gun in plain sight that was out loose and whatnot. Hey, that's why I'm like, well, what was he pulled over for? Like, how did they find the gun on him? I'm just wondering. Because how can I be arrested for having a gun in plain sight unless you was fucking with me? I don't know. Okay. And also $100 bond, a misdemeanor. Just let me go. Okay. Just let me go. Let me go. Let me be free. Why fuck with me? But he was arrested Saturday morning in Texas today for unlawful carrying of a weapon after authorities say he was found with a handgun in the vehicle. So I'm like, was he pulled over? If he was the firearm was in plain sight and not in a holster. Again, but he's on bond now. Okay, he's on bond now for being a state that I think is gun friendly, for one. But a part of the $100 bond, he's banned from possessing any firearms, ammunition, or other weapons. He's prohibited from using any alcohol or drug. I can't drink no liquor. I can't smoke no weed. And must have random urine tests. Bitch, for what? Yeah. Oh, it's an open carry state. That's why I'm wondering. Now, I'm wondering how that happened. I'm assuming open carry. Does that mean the gun has to be in a holster? That's weird. That's dumb. I'd be confused. Texas gun law is the strongest in the nation because it's a valid eating place. And I'm like, I don't understand how an open carry state and you don't need a license, but I'm arrested because I had a gun in my car that wasn't in the holster. Now, should James Harden have put the gun up? I guess maybe so. But who knows? Okay, but at least he not big child. It's weird. Okay, they fucking with people. They fucking with people all the time. Child, Ray J is sober today.
Yo, Brandy, you did it. B Rocker. This is my first time seeing it in real time. Walk of Fame, Hollywood Boulevard. Wow. I just want to let you know I'm so proud of you. You know, you worked so hard to achieve so many accolades, and you deserve all the awards, all the flowers, all the love, all the support. I'm sorry.
Is he fresh out of rehab? He might be fresh out of rehab.
For a lot of stuff I'll be doing, but I love you, and I'm always here for you. And I wasn't able to celebrate with you on that day,
because I was on some bullshit.
but I'm celebrating with you now. Proud of you, B. Keep up the hard work. Keep going. Keep going. I love you, B. Let's go. Celebrate. Hollywood Walk of Fame. Brandy, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, B. Love you so much with all my heart. I'm here for you for life. Brandy, let's go.
That means she ain't talking to him. Whenever you go on social media and start talking to your sibling, that means your sibling ain't talking to you. Because why would you not just call me or text me and say, like this? Matter of fact, no, bitch, just FaceTime me the thing. Okay? FaceTime me. My mama FaceTime me today from her fence. Because she got a new fence put up at the house. You FaceTime people when you want to show them something real fast. Hey, look real fast. Look at this. Okay, look at this. Okay, so to me that really means that Brandy probably still taking a break from Ray J because of his antics. You know, him going at Shine, him threatening to booty pot people. Ray J went on a full insane rant like 2 weeks leading up to Brandy's Hollywood Walk of Fame thing. So part of me feel like she really is probably saying, hey, I can't with you right now. I love you from afar, leave me alone. And so he said, oh, let me go to the Walk of Fame thing and get a little video and I'll post it because I'm blocked and I can't talk to her right now. Okay. But again, stop being crazy. You know, this is a serious situation right here. Okay. Now y'all know Petey Guns. Petey Guns, who was on Love and Hip Hop New York, was talking to Rosenberg, right? And he was discussing when he was younger, 8, 9 years old, how the woman, you know, was fucking on him, right? And I feel like it's a common occurrence for some men to not recognize or not admit to or not want to put themselves under the umbrella of being touched. It was wrong. It was molestation or whatever. When it comes to men being inappropriately sexually touched by women versus when it happened to girls that happened to girls with guys. But listen to what Peter said.
2 or 3 older women have done shit to me when I was a kid.
Oh, how old was this woman?
Maybe 8, 9.
You were 8 or 9?
Yeah.
And how old is this woman?
Probably 30.
Now, this is the thing, okay? I can understand that when you are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, you may think there's nothing wrong with what happened because you are still a teenager, a kid, an adolescent, or whatever. But I do feel like once you are in your 40s, even if you feel like what happened to you did not affect your life in its entirety, I still feel like you should acknowledge, well, what happened was wrong. I don't feel like it changed me. I still feel like my decisions are my decisions, but I still feel like, you know, some men be like, really, what like he is.
I mean, so this is just molestation.
Man, I was singing like Michael Jackson. I had the afro. I was talented. So I'm not giving no excuses to nobody, but I'm saying I was a real loud personality.
If a grown lady had done that to your son, what you would have thought?
Somebody were to harm one of my kids, my life is pretty much over. Either I'm going to jail for the rest of my life or somebody got
But that happened to you. Like, do you process that? Like, because you said, I'm not trying to make excuses, but Pete, in your own way, you kind of were. Like, you were like, well, I was performing a lot. I was a very charming kid.
Meaning you're giving allowance to the adult who took advantage of a child. And I feel like if you're 8 or 9 and a fucking 30-year-old woman, I'm 44. I can't even look at someone in their 20s who's 21, 25. I can't even look at someone in their early 20s. So this is legal. It's legal. I can't look at someone in their early 20s and then, you know what? I want to hit that. So I can't process how a 30-year-old be like, yeah, that man, a 10-year-old, ooh, yeah. It's like, bitch, you mean, even if they's like performing like Michael Jackson, I don't care. They're still 8 or 9. Okay, there's a difference in saying I'm explaining what happened. I'm explaining that when I was 8 or 9, I was performing in the world. So that's how they got access to me, and this is just what happened. Versus making excuses for, well, you know what, I was 8 or 9, but I was in the world, bitch. So what? Because if your 8 or 9-year-old daughter was touched by a 30-year-old man, you're not gonna say, oh, that's cool. That's great. And what's crazy is back when I was 17, my boyfriend at the time, his siblings were probably like 8 or 9. And I recall he was saying one time, yeah, once they turn like 10, 11, I'm going to have, a girl give him head. I'm like, what? And I was like, what? And I said, wow, that's nasty. That's not right. But I feel like men assume, some men, not all, some men make excuses or think it's cool that older women messing around with younger boys is a cool thing, because you got to see, it's like it's not. It's not. It's not. And it's like, I just wish more, because so many people feel like, protect our daughters. We don't want no grown men, messing with our daughters. But you don't have an issue with grown women fucking on your son. It's still wrong. It's still illegal. And if you're going to allow some grown woman to fuck on your son, don't be picking that grown man fucking your daughter. So I never understand when people make excuses like, well, I was in the world. I was dancing and I was popular. So of course they want to fuck. You were a child.
I'm just saying, like, it's deep in your own way. You're sort of giving a little bit of a pass.
Well, Pete, here's the deal. Just to be honest with you, here's Peter Guns trying to say the reason he is how he's now is because he was molested.
I don't see
that's
it that
what
way.
happened.
That's an overly simplified way of
that's what happens to me all the time. He's trying to excuse away what he's done by saying, oh, it happened to me as a kid, so that's why I'm like, so I don't feel like, and I get Peter's point in saying that people tell him, oh, because that happened to you, that's why you out here being a slut now. Well, no, Peter is a slut, but he's a slut. Peter be making grown man decisions with his grown man mind for his own grown man reasons. I don't think how Peter treats women has anything to do with what happened to him as a child, so to speak. I think Peter just making dumbass decisions because he likes pussy. He feel like I can do whatever I want. Now, could a sliver of that come from him feeling like when I was 8 or 9, I was able to fuck on a 30-year-old? Possibly. But there are many people who were not touched on as kids who become male sluts as adults, and who make male slut decisions, who make grown dick decisions with their grown brain because they just like being grown sluts. Whatever. But you can't try to conflict the two and try to say, well, I don't want to say I was a victim because I don't want folks making it seem as if that's why I'm how I am. You how you are because of how you are. And I also,
but both things can be true.
But I don't know.
It can be that you were molested by adults when you were a kid, by these women who were taking advantage of a child.
Absolutely. Hard stop, point blank.
And you can also, you just sat here and admitted you really like women, and a lot of the times you cheated, it was simply because you were choosing to be that guy.
Yeah.
Boom. So I just need everybody to know. Okay. It's okay to admit something happened. And it ain't your fault. And it might not have anything to do with how you are in life today. However, you can't explain it away as if, oh, the woman wasn't wrong for what she did, because she was. But let's beat it for you, okay? Kanye. Now, first of all, Kanye is being accused by a former American Next contestant that Kanye actually assaulted her back in 2010. Okay. Now I was like, now what happened?
I didn't know what was going to happen. I was given no direction. I was just told to sit in this chair.
A model has accused Kanye West of sexually assaulting her by choking her and forcing his fingers into her mouth on the set of a music video in 2010. Now, Kanye's lawyers don't deny that this happened, but they...
Now again, repeat. They say Kanye West lawyers do not deny that what she said happened.
They say it was part of an artistic performance and that the model, Jennifer Ahn, did not object to it while it was happening. In an exclusive interview with the Fame Under Fire podcast, Jen told me that she wasn't aware that West was going to be on set that day. Then when he arrived, he picked her out for a one-on-one scene.
It started where he went up to my face and he was like smearing my makeup on my face and
Okay, do you need a minute?
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Smearing the makeup all over my face in a way that just felt wrong. He started sticking his fingers in my mouth, and I feel like he was like trying to touch as much as he could.
Now, first of all, I feel like once you are hired to be a part of a movie, a video shoot, whatever, there should be direction for what you're doing in it so that you can agree to whatever level of extra touching, loving, or whatever's going on. Videos does not give anyone free reign to just do weird shit to me. At the same time, I'm like, what was the conversation with her about what her role would be on the video set? Did no one talk to her? Did no one ask her? Did she not ask any questions? And first of all, once anyone come close to touching my face, what you doing? Hold on, what's going on? Director, what are we doing? And once you try to put your fingers down my throat, I'm biting them off. So what I wonder is, what was the conversation like on set that day? Like, was it a quiet set? Was no one talking? Was there no director, producer? What was wardrobe? Or is hair and makeup? Because why would you come stick your finger down my throat?
And I was actively, my tongue was like hiding from him. And he just like found everything.
Now, Jen told me that Kanye didn't speak to her before, during, or after the interaction, but that when he was done, he shouted, "This is art, I am Picasso," and then abruptly left.
This is art, I am Picasso. No, what was the video for? Again, it's weird to be on a video set where no one's talking, no one's saying anything, but this grown man is up here putting his finger down my throat, and I'm supposed to just... Okay.
Contacted Kanye for his comment, of course, and we haven't heard back, but in one of his legal filings, his lawyers wrote, Ye staged an intense and provocative theatrical performance, which paralleled scenes in American Psycho, including acts to emulate forced oral sex. They added that the plaintiff, Jen, may have experienced some difficulty breathing. Now, Jen filed her lawsuit under the Gender Motivated Violence Act in New York, which temporarily extends the statute of limitations for sexual assault survivors. It's now up to a judge to decide if this case will proceed to trial.
Because again, it happened back in 2010 when the video was, the video she was going on. She filed the lawsuit in 2024. It's really going to depend on the judge, honestly, because Kanye West is not denying, him and his team are not denying the specifics of what happened. Yes, on the video shoot, I did smear, I did stick my foot in our throat. But if the explanation was the point of the video was to reimagine, to recreate scenes from a movie that simulates forced oral sex, but did she know that? Because if she did not know that, that's different. If you know that, cool, but you have to tell the other person, hey, what's my motivation here? Oh, I'm a forced oral sex worker? Cool. Are you okay with that? I mean, yeah. But if she's not okay with that, someone needs to advise and talk to her and ask the question about what the fuck is going on. So she's probably going to get some money if no one told her what was going on. Because if someone said, hey, this is a reincarnation of American Psycho, there's going to be some oral sex simulation, you know, with his hand in your throat. Are you okay with that? And if she would have said yes, she has no case. But if no one ever told her, hey, this is going to be really, really provocative, then she has a right to say, I had no idea that's what was going to happen to me, and I didn't want to do it. Now, again, if you put your fingers down my throat where I'm almost choking, I'm going to bite your fingers off because I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Now, would I have waited, 14 years? Probably not. I would have been complaining that same day. Because no one told me the fingers was going to go down my fucking throat. I had no idea. And again, that's also things for people to recognize. Yeah, you always have to read the fine print and also ask questions. Hey, why is he did he have gloves on? Was his hands clean? You can't just put your dirty fingers in my throat. Okay, look, before you let anyone put their fingers anywhere on your body, they should have went and washed their hands with soap and hot ass water to be sure that whatever was on their fingers is nowhere in your body. So the question remains, what did she know? What did she do? And what happened? Yes, she can always say no. This is very, very true. Very, very true. I just wonder, what was the conversation? Did she ever say, no, I don't want to do that? Did someone say, hey, Kanye is going to come up, he's going to put his fingers down your throat, just go with it. And if she said, okay, so I'm wondering, what was the conversation? What did she know was supposed to happen? Did she say, okay, I'm cool with it, and then never said she felt uncomfortable until after the fact? And if it's cool, let them know. That made me uncomfortable. I did not know it was going to be so far down my throat. Communication matters. Also, no one should put their fingers down someone's throat without consent. Don't put nothing down someone's throat without consent. Consent absolutely matters in every sense of the word, okay? Jay-Z added 2 more concerts, okay? I believe Jay-Z is officially unretired. I feel like Jay-Z is going to do a couple of tours, at least one more tour, okay? He will be having a show in Paris on September 30th. He will also be at SoFi Stadium in LA on Friday, October 23rd, okay? I just feel like, I'm saying, Jay-Z, this do a whole tour. Okay, Jay-Z, come around here, do a tour, do some music. Now, I don't need a new Jay-Z album. Let me be clear. I wouldn't mind one. I don't mind if Jay-Z does new music. However, I don't need him to do new music for us to get a tour. Okay? Just saying. I also need, if he on tour, it to be some good Wi-Fi so I can watch it from TikTok at home. Okay, I use my good Wi-Fi. Okay, so if you're gonna be in Paris around September, Jay-Z will be around there. Okay, and if you're gonna be in LA around October 23rd, Jay-Z gonna be around there. Okay, pre-sale tickets go on sale, or they already on sale. Okay, they went on sale Thursday and Friday of this week. Okay, 30 years of Jay-Z-ness. We like it. We love it. Y'all, Neo was on at a Neo was performing, and someone fell off the stage. Now, first of all, the lady in the brown boots and the black skirt, she looked like she could possibly be a little bit tipsy, having a good time. Okay, and I said, why is not that stage is too small for all them people? Here we go. That stage is too small for all them people. Neo, get your ass off stage. It's you, 4 dancers, 3 fans on a little toolbox. Okay, that's how she felt. Wasn't no room. There was nowhere for her to go. Now, I think she lived. I don't think she died. She looked okay. But again, you can't be having all them people. And then Neo didn't even really try and grab her. I'm like, Neo, what is wrong with you? Why Neo dressed? Is he country now? Is he a cowboy? It's the hat and the leather coat. No, not leather. A suede coat. Neo, stop bringing all them people on stage. Here we go. You have to, but no, with Miguel ran and kicked somebody. Miguel was off his rockers, but I feel like with Neo, if you already have 4 dancers up on stage, and it's a small stage, maybe not bring 3 more people up there in such a small confined space. And you won't have the lady falling and busting her ass. And then I'm like, first of all, I wouldn't have got up either. Okay, if I'm at a Neo concert and I fall off the stage, which I am laying there because I'm dead. Okay, my neck is broke, my back is broke, my knee fucked up. Okay, I can't get up. Help, help, help. I'm falling and I can't get up. I'm suing somebody. Okay, I'm suing Neo, each girlfriend, each ex-wife. Okay, the venue, the dancers, the tour people, everybody. Okay, because why did no one tell me the ground was right there? Okay, my leg all cut up, my boot broke, my booty hurt. Okay, my titty smashed. Again, also don't let drunk people up on the. Don't let drunk folks up. And the fact that Neo didn't really try to rush and great girl, Neo ain't got no reflexes. Pola ting ting. Okay, Pola ting ting. Anyway, I say, girl, get up. Get up. I saw, Trick Daddy No Dollars. Was talking to Carisha, right? Trick and his ex-wife, well, his wife Joy, have been separated for 10 years. They have been separated for 10 years. They was on Love and Hip Hop discussing the divorce, still not divorced. And Trick wants y'all to know why.
She spent 2 weeks waiting on the hair appointment. She done sent the bitch a deposit who she can't even talk to. She done cashed out this bitch a deposit out of my money. She paid another bitch $150.
Why everybody bitches now? I know how to be bitches.
To do her makeup. She bought a wig for $600 and paid the bitch $200 to install it.
Mm-hmm.
It took her 7 hours to find the outfit and 4 hours to get dressed. This shit been going on for 2 weeks, and I can't get 15 minutes for a little quickie. That's the problem. Well, a lot of people are like, why you not divorced yet? Because I'm never getting married again anyway. If Joy want to keep on cheating on me and committing adultery, we're going to end up in hell together. We might get together in hell. But I'm not.
But why you not getting a divorce straight? Even if you never get married again, like, why? That's why I don't want to get married. Men like you, because I'm not chasing down on men to sign on papers, and then I'm still married.
You don't have to change. One thing about
now
this,
I gotta spend money to divorce you.
No,
It's like,
see, that's the part about it that's not true. If a man don't respond to divorce, the judge gonna grant it in behalf of the woman.
well,
now,
why you not divorced? Why you not divorced?
Let me ask you this. Well, I'm not divorced because we never got divorced.
But why not?
I forgot.
How long it's been?
A long time, over 10 years. I'm having a wonderful time.
Mm-hmm. So, are you single or you're dating right now?
I'm always dating. I'm dating when I'm not single. I'm dating when I am single. I'm always dating. I'm having fun right now. I'm enjoying life.
Okay, because this is like a serious topic.
Right.
Because I'm like, for real. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay.
So, what age do a man get to where he just don't want to have fun no more?
I don't care. My point is this. First of all, I think Joy don't want a divorce because I think she thinks Trick gonna die soon and she want the monies. Okay? Because what other reason would you stay married to Trick if y'all are not together? It's been 10 years. You date other people, he date other people. But Joy kept saying, I want a divorce, but he want a divorce, but he won't give me a divorce. So girl, get the money. Get the money. A part of me feel like Trick has, a part of me feel like Trick has some kind of fund, some kind of a life insurance policy that Joy wants to be able to have access to the money whenever Trick goes to see Jesus. Okay, I'm not saying she's wishing death on that man, and I ain't either. I just feel like both of them is like, fuck it, we still married. We know we still married. Neither one of us are trying to, really, because if Joy really wanted to be divorced, she would be divorced. That's the get you gotcha. She don't want to, even if he ignores every petition, every inkling of a hey, divorce lawyer, even if he kept ignoring her pleas, her Lord, the judge will grant it after 10 years, bitch. A part of me feel like, because the only reason I'm not blaming Trick is because Trick don't want to divorce Joy. Joy loves to make it seem like I want a divorce and he won't divorce me. No, but you won't divorce him. A part of me feel like Joy likes being looked at as Trick Daddy's wife, because in Miami, in their city, in their state, they're a big deal. Trick Daddy, Trina over there in Miami and whatever, they are big deals there. So Joy being Trick Daddy's wife, her being Mrs. So-and-so, I think she liked that nameplate on her shoulder. I think she do. I think she don't mind fucking on other people. I think she still gets some excitement from being that crazy ass man's wife. And yes, he ain't trying to divorce her at all, but she also ain't trying hard enough to divorce him. Weird. Teresa Randall, I heard this and I was like, now what the fuck was going on? Now, Teresa Randall is an actress, okay? I loved her. We loved her in Bad Boys. She played Martin Lawrence's wife in Bad Boys. She also played in Girl 6. I loved her. And she played Wesley Snipes' love interest in Sugar Hill. If you've never seen Sugar Hill, okay. Who was it? What was it? I'm gonna look it up. What's that man name? What's the man name? What's his child? What's Eddie Kane Jr. name? Anyway, the movie called Tigger Hill was such a great movie. Okay, but the point is, that came out in the 90s. But again, Teresa, when she played a mini Bad Boys, 1 and 2, Girl 6, Beverly Hills Cop. She was awesome. Beverly Hills Cop 3, Spawn. Okay, Space Jam, King of New York, Malcolm X, CB4, Jungle Fever. Okay, The 5 Heartbeats. We know Teresa Randall. Okay. When I first heard, I'm like, she was accused of breaking into her ex-boyfriend's house. And he said she was in the closet. I said, smoking crack with it all. I was like, why crack? She's facing new legal trouble after her former boyfriend obtained a restraining order against her after some serious allegations. Per court documents obtained by TMZ, Dario Polani claims she's been harassing him since they ended back in 2024. The most recent incident allegedly occurred on June 1st, when he came home and discovered the actress inside his house. He said he found her in my closet with my dog, and she appeared shocked. Okay. And told him she believed he was in jail. He alleged that when he demanded she leave, she became agitated, began making incoherent statements. Things escalated. She threw a can of vegetables at him. Anyway, where's the crack part? Because I'm like, how did somebody get in the closet smoking crack? Okay, the restraining order requests also details an earlier incident on May 18th, where he woke up to find her in the apartment. Now, I'm asleep in my house. How you in here? How you in here? Again, on May 18th, he woke up to find her in the apartment and believed she was under the influence of drugs, because she immediately began cleaning his home while insisting he owed her money. It turned violent. She threatened to shoot him before sending him in a pole. All these things. Okay, the judge, again, the last time we saw her was when they were about to do Bad Boys, I think 4, and it was video of her like in a wheelchair, like outside somewhere, and she did look frail, sickly, whatever. And I think at that point in time they said, "Oh, she had broke something in her body," and so that was why she was on the little walker thing. But come to find out, they're saying, okay, she around here on that stuff. And I always be like, I never understand why anybody smoke crack in this day and age. Again, in the filing from the June incident, he said again, I found her in my closet with my dog while smoking crack cocaine. And if you smoke crack, okay, and was the dog high too? Because I think because if you smoke crack, ain't it like a smoky? I don't know. I don't do crack. My point is, I need someone to get her some help, because Tasha Smith replaced her in the last Bad Boy movie as Martin's wife, and we kind of did not know why. I thought it was because, oh yeah, she had like a broken whatever, and I feel like it could be because no, she's on drugs. Ooh, she did get and she in jail. She did get on that crack, not crack, but cocaine. Okay, if y'all have not watched the movie, go. It's a good movie. It's a really, really good movie. But again, somebody get her some milk. Okay, get her some help, and y'all don't let crack is whack. crack is really whack. I'm telling y'all, okay? Lil Wayne scored a legal victory in the firearm assault lawsuit. Ex-bodyguard ordered to pay $30K, okay? Lil Wayne can officially put a years-long legal dispute behind him after winning in court recently against his former bodyguard, Christian Carlos. Per TMZ, a LA judge entered a judgment on Wednesday in favor of the rapper against Carlos, who had filed a lawsuit over an assault with a firearm stemming from a 2020 incident. He sued Lil Wayne, claiming Lil Wayne assaulted him and brandished a firearm. Pow, pow, pow. During the arguments, he alleged the dispute began after when accused him of leaking photos and ordered him to leave the property. If you tell me to leave, I'm going to just leave. Now, Lil Wayne denied the whole gun waving, firearm assault. I didn't do nothing. Okay. And now the ruling not only clears the rapper of claims, but also leaves Carlos responsible for paying court-ordered sanctions. He was ordered to pay Lil Wayne $29,000, including the previously awarded $2,600 and an additional $3,200. I'm gonna need people to stop suing people if you can't afford their lawyer fees. Because some of these celebrities who have been going to court over and over and over, people or whatever, they end up winning, and then you end up owing their lawyer fees. I just feel like, and this is going to sound mean, but I don't care. Not mean. It's going to sound weird. I feel like if I don't have good proof that someone did something to me, I'm not suing them, because I don't want to take the risk of going to court, suing them, and then I end up owing not only my lawyer, but your lawyers too. So I'm not saying that celebrities or people should be able to get off from doing crimes or whatever. All I'm saying is, if you want to sue somebody who happens to be famous or wealthy, please make sure you have enough evidence to prove the allegation, so that way, at the end of the day, you won't owe somebody court fees, because you at least, even if you do it for good reason, but when people, I'm gonna tell you someone you hit me, but where's the proof? Because when it goes to court and I win, and you then owe me money for lawyers, what the fuck you gonna do? Okay, now you in debt. Okay, so again, Lil Wayne is happy, probably somewhere high with some white lady. Quavo faces a new legal battle after the valet who said, "Hey, he hit me, he slapped me, it's abuse." Okay, the man said, "Hey, pay me my money." Okay, I remember this incident. Okay, Quavo was in Vegas or whatever, and he was accused of slapping or striking the valet attendant, and the man sued. Okay, so Antonio Henry is pushing back, saying, "Hey, judge, make him pay me my money." Okay, Henry filed a new paperwork in Georgia trying to enforce the Nevada judgment that he won against Quavo. Okay, again, Quavo was sued for assault and battery back in 2020. Because the man claimed, "Hey, he roughed me up and whatever during the 2018 incident at the hotel in Vegas." He was valet at the time, and he said, "I was trying to break up a fight between Quavo. I was trying to break up a fight, and Quavo slapped me." Again, stop hitting people. Keep your hands to yourself. It's not worth it. Okay. Again, I tried to break up a fight. Quavo slapped me. I've been sued Quavo. Okay. He claimed the encounter left him physically and emotionally injured. Quavo denied any wrongdoings. The case went to trial. Okay. The Vegas judge ordered Quavo to pay the damages. Okay. About $682,000. You went to Vegas and slapped somebody, and they then sued you, and they won $682,000. And now with interest, fees, and all that shit, is more than $1 million. And he's like, "Hey, judge, make him pay me." This is how you sue somebody to make some money. Okay, because y'all know in Vegas is cameras everywhere. So if you hit someone in Vegas, it's probably footage somewhere. So this is an example of when someone hits you, okay, and you have some kind of evidence to back it up. It ain't just word of mouth, okay? Again, with Lil Wayne, word of mouth, he lost, okay? The the former bodyguard lost and owes Lil Wayne some money. In this situation, the valet guy won, okay, and not quite what owes this man $1.1 million, okay? He's the man Henry, Antonio Henry went to New York? No, Georgia. He filed a suit in Georgia trying to force Quavo to pay the judgment. And it says Henry Clay's filing does not restart the case, but it could help him pursue Quavo's assets in Georgia. Meaning, if you have a house, a car, a boat, and whatever, jewelry, do-rags, a PlayStation, I can take all your shit and sell it to get my money. Keep your hand to yourself, okay? A little bit Stephon Diggs. You know, Stephon Diggs would not be facing any NFL punishment after his chef accused him of abuse. Now, again, I understand why he wasn't found guilty. You know, so it makes sense that the NFL said, "Hey, well, you know, nothing really happened." Now he has that ongoing case with that friend of his. We shall see what happens with that, because even though the NFL has not put him through any punishments as of late, it does not mean once the other case goes to court or whatever, they may not do it later. This just regarding the chef who said he hit me. And you think she's still a chef? Probably not. Tiger Woods, you know, he looked fresh faced and whatnot. You know, Tiger Woods went to rehab, child of good rehab, across the pond, across the river, across the seas. He's now back out and about, and he does look good. And that was him, you know, when he got arrested and it was the accident. And right here, he do look, you know, fresh face. Okay, he do like, hey, I'm chilling, I'm minding my business. Okay, what y'all want? I'm not driving. I'm a passenger. Leave me alone. Okay, Tiger, stop the drugs. Okay, be safe, sir. Housewives of Atlanta. Now, we discussed a couple days ago how Drew and Ralph's details came out. You know, Drew made this much money. Ralph made this much money. Drew keeps that car. Ralph keeps this car. Ralph had to pay her, you know, $145,000 worth of equity in the house. Drew pays him, you know, $2,200 in child support. So now Drew and Ralph are accusing each other of violating a gag order. Okay, and they both want to find the other one in contempt. What all this means is they feel like one of them leaks the details to the blogs. The details don't make Drew look good. So in that aspect, did Ralph leak it? I don't know. Okay, not sure. But again, they're both claiming the other one leaked the information to the media. So they both feel like, okay, the other one should be held in contempt because what the fuck happened. Again, I need them both to go sit the fuck down somewhere. I like Drew. I do. Let it go. The details are out. Okay. We don't care that much no more. Get y'all money together. Drew, get you a house. Ralph, do it. Leave it alone. Okay. But a part of me feel like because the details kind of make it look like Ralph kind of won, because Ralph got the kids for the school year. Ralph is getting child support. You know, Ralph makes less money than Drew. Drew makes more money, but also I don't think Drew would want to expose her paychecks. So a part of me feel like Ralph maybe leaks some information or whatever, but I still need Drew to not give up no more. Okay, move on. The divorce is done. Just stop. Just leave it the fuck be. Okay? and stop. But we don't know. It could be anybody. Kelly Price, Lord Jesus. Wait, we getting through it. We getting through it. I did Kanye. Now let me do Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa, I got to switch over to Twitter for that one. I was scrolling social media, right? And scrolling the social media, I came across this video of Wiz Khalifa. Okay, discussing how his son clothes, his son, I think it's Sebastian, I think. Well, the son he has, Amber Rose. He's discussing how his son clothes always smell like weed. Y'all listen.
My kids are in school, or my kid is in school. He goes to school every day. I was like, "You smell like weed, bro?" He was like, "Yeah." Like, fuck. Because I don't smoke weed like right by him, but it's legal, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like my house smells like fucking kush. The boy smelling like pounds, man. Unintentionally.
Sitting around with your friends, smoking weed, discussing how your 12, 13-year-old son clothes reek of weed when he goes to school because your house reeks of weed. Now, look, I'm not a weed smoker at all. But it's weird to me, people who do smoke, who don't think about how that smoke is on the kids, in their clothes, in their hair, in their pores. So to say I don't smoke directly around him, what that means is you smoke in the house. You fully smoke around your house. And because you fully smoke around your house, that means his clothes and him, it would. I just feel like if you are, look, Wiz Khalifa is rich enough to have a smoke room. When you have children, I really feel like you should not smoke weed in your house. Get your little he shed out back, and you should not allow anyone else to smoke in the house, just so that the smoke does not get on the kids. But for you to be like, yeah, my son said your son should not be going to school reeking of weed. To me, that's child abuse. Because if his clothes smell like that, he inhales it in some kind of way. Boy, rather high right now. And I don't understand. And yes, we know weed is legal. We are fully aware that weed is legal. However, a kid is not supposed to smoke weed, which also to me means that clothes should not smell like weed. And the fact that his son is like, of course I smell like weed, of course.
My kids are in school, or my kid is in school. He goes to school every day. I was like, "You smell like weed, bro?" He was like, "Yeah."
And it's not, to me, it's not funny. To me, it's not funny. So I'm like, Wiz, why can't you get you a smoke room at the house? Okay? And the smoke room should be outside the house. So that way, no one clothes smell like weed. Not your son clothes. Don't Wiz Khalifa have a new baby? I feel like he has a newer child, not that one with Amber Rose. So it's weird that he was like, ha, 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 ha. No, that's not funny. Because some schools, if a child comes to school and they smell like weed, they're supposed to call child protective services. Because your child should not smell like drugs. Even legal drugs, okay? But again, Wiz Khalifa child need Jesus, okay? Get it together, sir. Put the weed down. We don't want the weed around here no more. I want to get into Kelly Price. I was trying to avoid the Kelly Price stories because I'm like, what is wrong with her? Now, Kelly Price, I had to make the video separate. Kelly Price went live on IG for over 2 hours. Okay, over 2 hours. I have a bit of it right here. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. Okay, we not gonna watch the whole thing. But Kelly Price is up here accusing somebody of stalking her, of having surgery to look like her, of trying to kill her husband, and all these things. And I am like, is she on crack too?
So let me explain something to y'all. Y'all keep asking for this record. People don't buy records anymore. And I love sending music to y'all, but
And Kelly Price is an example of when you love an artist as an artist so much, but then you see how they are in real life, and you like, oh, this bitch.
I'd rather come and see you. I'd rather come and see you. That's the truth. And when I sound better than the record, everybody got a phone. And it's not the same, but I mean, you get to keep your memories, right? And it's a personal experience. I keep telling y'all, Mr. Isley had his 85th birthday just a couple weeks ago, right? It was such an honor for me to honor him. I love that man. He changed my life. Jesus changed my life first. I haven't done things perfectly, right? But I learned as I went along too, just like everybody else. Everybody had their journey, I had mine. I'm 53 years old and I don't have time to play games. And with people playing on my top, I keep saying, you haven't started a battle with me. You started a battle with heaven.
With Jesus?
But I don't play with demons. That's what y'all know the prayer and the Bible study has been about. I don't play with demons. I slay them. I have a life to live. And in the name of Jesus, it's one sentence. And I get to keep moving. Meanwhile, this is the problem. I don't care what deity you pray to. Y'all started and I'm going to finish it. Whoever you pray to has to go and ask God to touch me. And that's who I pray to. I'm sick of it. It'll be in the news really soon. You want to play on my top? You unclean Philistines. You come against the armies of God. I come in the name of the Lord and I'll take my sword. I'll take your sword and cut your head off.
Not the death of people with the heads cut off.
In Jesus' name. Tell that to the demons that's residing in you. It's coming out soon enough. I'm not playing with anybody. And I'm going to heaven when I die. And I'm not dying until Jesus says, bitches out here is crazy. It's a whole out here. And yes, I'm a kingdom. I'm not church. I'm kingdom. I'm not church. This girl done went and had plastic surgery, build a body, and stop buying dollar store wigs to look like me. She's been stalking me for 3 years.
Who is she?
We in federal court. What's happening next? You want to play? I pray, and I got a whole lot of people that pray with me every night. Let me tell you how God works. Since you've been getting readings on me to see what the hell is happening. Since you done cloned my phone, tried to change my ticket, locked me out my computer today, sent my friend to the hospital last night.
You should be talking to the police, not us. Like, if all of this is happening, if someone is stalking you, harassing you, cloning phones, having surgery to look like you, and you said, build a body ass bitch, you should really be talking to the police and not social media. You should not be on IG ranting.
Tried to kill my driver while I was in the car.
Not kill the driver, that's attempted murder.
Let's play. Show up in Atlanta tomorrow if you want to. You clone my phone, you know where I live now? Show up in Atlanta if you want to. That's the type of time I'm on. That's the type of time this will be on every blog before I catch my plane in 3 hours.
The blog did pick it up a day or so later, and all the blogs said Kelly Price on a 20-minute rant.
That's the type of time I'm on. I've been keeping my mouth shut because you got little kids, I got grandkids, and I'm somebody's mother. But your daughter's a little hoe. You trained her the right way. 17 years old, came in the house and tried to sleep with my husband.
A 17-year-old tried to fuck your husband. Did he try to fuck back? I just wonder, because that's underage.
You put witchcraft on me. Yeah, I never loved that man. My sister sent him into me. She a witch and she sing in church every Sunday.
So your sister raised a whore. So you called your niece a whore. And your sister's daughter tried to fuck your husband. You also thought your sister sent your husband to you. Oh, okay.
She sent him into me. And then played on y'all top and played on mine, saying that I was kidnapping him while she was paying him. He was a handler. I don't put my business in the street. This is a testimony. I'm not playing. You want to play? Show up in the city of Atlanta. You're going to have a problem tomorrow. My gun is registered.
Maybe y'all favor because she your sister. Did she have to have surgery? Because y'all could have seen genes.
God kicking that behind. You ain't got but so long to live. When's your last doctor's appointment?
Now she gonna die.
Selling stuff in hotels. You started OnlyFans in my name. This been going on for 3 years.
You started an OnlyFans in my name. But if they go on the thing, wouldn't they see that you not her?
Dating accounts. I want this on every blog in the morning. Show up in Atlanta. Security in my building called me tonight after my concert and told me that I just called them. Show up in Atlanta. That's my city. Try it, and I could come to your city, but I don't give a damn about where you live. Praise the Lord. And God showed me that your mama's in the grave because she was doing the same thing to your daddy.
Do y'all have the same parents?
I don't play on dead people, but your mama taught you how to do this.
Gotcha. So y'all must have the same daddy. Because you said your mama active, it ain't your mama. Okay.
You ain't never had a man that loved you. Everybody that's ever loved you, you put a spell on. This is the kind of stuff we go through in the industry. People playing on our tops. I mind my business and I go home. I don't bother nobody. A lot of people are angry right now. I don't care. You want to play? Let's play. This is how I stay safe. Do you want me to post your picture on my social media? So
if she look like you, it'll just be you, right?
When you drive in from dusty ass Mississippi, everybody in the city know what you look like.
Not dusty. Not dusty ass Mississippi.
Build a bitch.
That's our girl.
And yes, Jesus loves me. You know that, because the demon in you told you to leave me alone. I was too high ranked in the spirit. The cops know about it. Something got to happen to me before they give me a restraining order. I don't play with nobody. I go home. I go home. I'm sorry that you sat and obsessed over my life. I went through everything. People call me fat too, dummy. I had to take it to the Lord in prayer. I did let go and let God. Y'all stop being dumb Christians. That's why so many people in the grave right now.
Well, stop speaking on dead people.
David took Goliath's head off with his stop being dumb Christians. Stop being ignorant. That's why so many people are dead before their time. Use the word of God. He's a God of war, not just a God of peace. I've been doing a series on warfare. I've been doing a series on warfare trying to teach y'all how to use your sword. It's the word of God. I use the word of God. I'm supposed to sit in the corner and let somebody just keep playing on my top. Why am I I'm going to tell y'all something. It will be on every blog in 3 hours. Come
It wasn't 3 hours.
To Atlanta if you want to. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Why are you pacing? Why you can't be still? Maybe she gonna steps in.
You should be trying to get your kids out of CPS right now.
Not the kid. Now, what the kids got to do with it?
If somebody can sit online and create a whole second life, y'all done cloned my phone already. Tried to change my flights today. Or get out of my live. Go back to that hoe and tell her that you in my live. Stop. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Y'all too used to them old people. Let go and let God, I did. Have you read the Bible? Have you read the Bible? You know how many people David killed? Only other man greater was Jesus. He was prophet and priest. Jesus was prophet, priest, and king. But you don't know the word. You memorize Bible verses. You go to your coven meetings on Saturday night, and you wake up Sunday morning and go to church.
So she's a witch. A witch who goes to church, but she has spells on her too, and God told her to leave you alone, but she won't listen to God? Okay.
Family, cousins, sisters, people you don't know. Y'all out here with it. Y'all out here with it. So I'm putting it out there. Leave me alone. I said it 3 years ago and I'm saying it again. Leave me alone. Show up to Atlanta if you want to in the morning. You know where I live because you saw it in my phone? Let me tell you something. Y'all playing because you think that because some people don't, that they can't. I choose peace. And I hold my peace and I do let the Lord fight my battles, but this is 3 years too long. You didn't get what you wanted, even though you got what you asked for. I ain't fighting. Queens don't swing.
Is she rapping?
But you wouldn't know that because you're a clone. Yeah, high on life. How y'all doing? Whitney? Or your ID says Kelly now, I'm sorry. This is the stuff we deal with behind closed doors and don't talk to y'all about. While we
Your sister trying to clone you. Wait, no. You claim your sister wants to be you. Her daughter tried to fuck your husband. And you wait for God to fight the battle, but God ain't worked because it's been 3 years. Girl, what are you saying?
try to let the feds deal with him. I will not sit and be afraid. I haven't been afraid. I just don't bother anybody. I pray. I slay. I rise another day. And you watch me all day long. Cashed in on the policy. Because I was dead. I've been quiet for a long time. You said you're coming to Atlanta? Come on. I'll be waiting for you. The police are waiting for you. And if you get to me before they do, well, God be with you. God be with you. God be with you.
Don't trust people who start singing and threatening at the same time. They crazy.
Until you meet, because I won't see you again in judgment. Oh, God be with you. God be with you. God be with you. Until you meet your maker. I mean, if you want to come do my job, I can go be on vacation somewhere. Just make sure the mic is on when you get there.
Jesus help her.
This don't just happen to people of other races, y'all. This don't happen just to people of other races. It happens to everybody. We deal with weirdos. People are crazy. They off their meds. They live.
People are off their meds. Okay? People are off their meds.
In a fantasy land. And we try to have a respect for the fact that people have children even though they're crazy. But you know what? I had to deal with generational curses from my family. You needed to deal with yours. You didn't. And you tried to... I've learned so much about this demonology stuff in the last 3 years. You went and tried to destiny swap with me. I see you. And you know that I see you. So since we all know, you kitchen witch. Let's go outside.
Want to fight?
Let's go outside. I'm outside. Oh, I'm gonna be okay. I don't leave here till God says I'm leaving. And the demons and the deities that you pray to have to ask God for permission to touch me. You started it, I'm gonna finish it. Yes, my grandfather's eyes were gray, and it makes me think about him. But have you seen my eyes without them? Y'all walking around with whole new butts and breasts. You asking me about some damn contact lenses? Please go somewhere. Get a life, a job, or something. The witch in the covens that's been coming after me for the last 3 years, and somebody who had done built a whole new body and have plastic surgery to look like me, stole my pictures from Instagram. Got a passport, driver's license in my name, marriage certificate in my name, new birth certificate. Who should get it from? My family. Been playing on my top since I got sick. That very sister that y'all encouraged while I was missing, paid the person to come in. They've been working witchcraft on me for the last 6 years. The last year has been a deliverance walk for me. I am such a new person. I'm such a new person. I've been in God's face. You know how you expose the devil? You expose the devil. I tried to let you live. You got to be pretty desperate to get to this point. It's been going on for 3 years, and you called My building that I live in Atlanta, let's talk about it. You already got the address, right? Yeah, it is witchcraft. It's witchcraft. And because the church don't teach about it, people don't know. You need to study. How can you fight an enemy that you don't know? I'm not going to sit in quiet. You're not going to show up on me surprising somebody see a story the next day because I tried to keep your kids from being embarrassed. Your people in my life, y'all always in my life. I've been having Bible study and prayer. Y'all all in my life.
Kelly was on the live rant for 2 hours. I said I wasn't listening to the whole thing. Okay. I think it's still up on her IG page. But again, she's claiming her sister is it's all this shit. Okay. I'm being stalked by somebody, a Build-A-Bear ass bitch. You know, she had surgery. She got stuff in my name. Her daughter trying to fuck my husband. My husband was sent to me by them. Evil girl. Look, at the end of the day, somebody told Katie Price, girl, we don't care. Now, do I feel like if someone is really stalking her that she needs some help? Yes. Call the police. Don't call Instagram. Okay, and whenever someone gets on Instagram and starts just rambling on for a long, long time, I always feel like they're crying out for help. Okay, they're crying out for help in some kind of way. But Kelly, we can help you. Okay, let's hope and pray that Jesus saves her in the morning. I want to get to Big Tigger because Big Tigger wife had posted. Wait. I have the picture though. Yeah, the wife had posted, this video alleging abuse of some sort. Okay, someone asked my husband on my face, and then with the hashtag Francesca. Before I was saying that we had not heard from Tigger. Well, Tigger said, "Hold up, bitch, I got a bunch to say." So he was finally on V103, I believe yesterday. He finally spoke out about the allegations of him abusing his wife.
Good morning, Atlanta. I'm extremely privileged to be here this morning.
This is the first time I've seen, because I don't watch Tigger often at all. I said, oh, Tigger aged. I forgot he's in his 50s. He looked different. That's it.
Back at work. Over the past
not bad. But I said, oh, Tigger, like, okay,
last several days, there's been significant public discussion and speculation regarding my personal life. I understand this can happen being a public person. I've been doing radio now 32 years and television for 29. I appreciate, first and foremost, the support and concern that so many people have shown. I want to say categorically, these allegations and accusations that have been circulating about me are false, untrue, not happening, didn't happen. Additionally, it's important to clarify that Francesca and I have never been anything more than friends and respected colleagues. I'd like to apologize to you, friend. Good morning, Atlanta, for the impact of these last few days or this last week. I hope you accept my apology. Out of respect for everyone involved, I ask for grace, privacy, and restraint as my family navigates this difficult moment. For more than 30 years, I've had the privilege of serving this in many communities through music, entertainment, and connection. I remain grateful for the trust so many of you have placed in me throughout that journey, and I intend to continue living and leading in that manner, worthy of that trust. And to all the people who have either quietly or loudly stood up and stood 10 toes for me, I appreciate it. For the people who have reached out to check on me, I appreciate you. No name dropping necessary, you know who you are. For the impact of these last.
So, I'm like, why are you holding the microphone? But again, Big Tigger, because again, he was accused. He was It was an insinuation that he had physically abused his wife based on her posts, based on the bruised pictures of her face, based on, context clues, what she was saying. Now, the wife had put out a statement, okay, Alicia Brown, and she said, I want to be clear. I have never called my husband an abuser. Social media has drawn its own conclusions from information that was shared, but those conclusions are not statements I've made. I respect the legal process, and I believe law enforcement should be allowed to do his job without interference from anyone, including me. In recent days, many claims, opinions, and narratives have circulated publicly. While I understand that people will form their own views, I remain confident that the facts will speak for themselves in due time. Until then, my focus remains on my family, my peace, and protecting those I love. I love my family, and I will not engage in public debate, speculation, or personal attacks and bitterness. I am not hiding. I stand firmly by my character and integrity. I respectfully ask for patience as to follow the guidelines of my legal counsel and allow the process to unfold. Thank you to those who have been the prayers, support, and understanding at this time. Now, again, she has every right to say, I did not directly say my husband, Big Tigger, beat my ass. I did not say those words. However, based on the post, there was a big assumption that that is what you were saying. Okay? So again, she can say, I never saying that. I never saying that. Now, also Francesca, because Francesca is the woman who was being accused of having some kind of relationship with Tigger that caused he and his wife to break up. Now, Tigger just said in his statement as well that me and Francesca has never been anything more than colleagues, okay? And she's getting hit at the neck too. And the crazy part about this is, which I don't like, men get accused a lot of being, shady, dirty, sneaky, fucking on him, her, and her, or whatever. And it kind of doesn't affect the career. However, when a woman is accused of doing something shady, fucking someone's husband, it follows them for a long time, even when it's not true. So if the accusation of her messing with, Tigger is untrue, it's very unfair because people will always sometimes believe the lie because it's more entertaining.
This week has been the most challenging moment of my personal and my professional life. Throughout my 16-year career, I've worked tirelessly to build a reputation that is rooted in professionalism, integrity, and respect. And, despite these last few days, those values remain unchanged for me. I would like to reiterate that I have never, nor will I ever, have an affair with anyone in a relationship or marriage. My mother and father, who are listening right now in Ellenwood, have been married for 42 years, and I will always value such a bond. Mom and Dad, thank you for showing me that. As difficult as this experience has been on myself and my reputation, this week has been the most challenging moment of my personal and my professional life. Throughout my 16-year career, it's been difficult also on my family and my friends, my community, and those who look up to me. Just know that I feel more empowered than ever. And, this past week, it just reminded me that faith, resilience, and character, that's what matters most. That's the statement that I need. And that anyone who's listening to this, your worth is never defined by public opinion. I am so grateful for the incredible support of my family. Shout out to the Emmekers. Thank you for standing by me. My friends, my colleagues at V103, and everyone who stood by me and reached out online, on my phone, via text. I saw everything, and I do mean everything. This moment does not define me. I'm moving forward with faith, grace, gratitude even, and you know what? Even excitement for what lies ahead for me. Because as my father always said, It's been, the best is yet to come. So as Tigger even mentioned, I'm just so appreciative to my community, my hometown of Atlanta, for standing up for me, sticking up for me, and standing by my side. That comment section was evil, but I kept those DMs open and received the most kindness I've ever received in my life. And I'm so thankful to those who reached out with kindness and believed me. Thank you.
And again, I just want to offer my apology to you and your family. You and I both worked very hard over the course of our careers to get where we are and where we're going. I don't know if I can ever repay you, but I just wanted to apologize again to you and your family for all of the damage control that you've had to do and all of the negative light that's been cast on you. You didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. And we're going to try to move forward and continue to bring the right kind of energy to Atlanta every morning. I don't know why anybody's trying to call me. That being said, thank you for your support, Atlanta. We'll be here.
Oh, sorry. It's kind of crazy because, it started because of a picture the wife put on social media that showed her bruised. So it's not as if anybody jumped to a conclusion. It's not that anyone else made something up. It was based on stuff that came from her. And sometimes you don't have to directly say, Tigger beat me up, but you alluded to that. You fully alluded to that, and that's the problem. And again, being a woman in an industry where someone accuses you of sleeping with someone's husband, it follows women more than it follows men. And people then look at it as if, oh, what a Francesca girl, who again is the is Tigger's co-host on the radio show, can look at it as if, oh, she fucking Tigger. So that's how she's on there. So it then demeans her own work ethic, her life, as whoever she is in life. And again, as they both kind of said over the weekend, it was a big to do about what happened, who fucking who. Oh, they fucking around. What? Because even out there, they could come on and say something. Now I'm pretty sure they waited to get an actual statement to be written out or whatever, or who knows what. But again, I feel like, the wife saying, hey, my lawyers them told me to don't say shit, let the legal process take its full route. And that's true, because in hindsight, if Tigger abused her and that's the investigation, let it happen. If she lying about the abuse, if she's lying about, the reason we divorced is because he fucked old girl or was fucking with old girl, she needs to be held accountable. If you put it out that I fucked your husband, I'm suing you for defamation because you made a public post about me that now affects me, my livelihood, and my job. Because I could be fired for fucking my boss or I believe the boss over there, whatever. So it's weird, But again, Tigger said I didn't do it. Prayers, okay. We need all the prayers, and the wife to me is just posting little random ass shit. Maybe she thought it wouldn't get attention, but it did. Let's go to Cassie. Cassie is like, look, bitch, leave me alone. Okay, stop harassing me. Now, Cassie, who got the settlement from Diddy, a settlement from the hotel or whatever, Cassie has moved on her life trying to, put the pieces back together. But child, man whore here is fucking with her. Okay. Now I have first seen this. This is the male escort who was one of the men that they had the freak offs with. Okay. He's now trying to sue Cassie and Diddy saying they both used me as the S worker. And he's claiming Cassie ain't really the victim of the sex work part because he's claiming Cassie trafficked him.
Hello, I'm Clayton Howard. I am the plaintiff suing Diddy and Cassie on these freak-offs that happened all these years ago with the...
I'm pissed that he's in a suit and them glasses act like he's Clark Kent.
Male escorts and all of this stupidness that you now see all over social media. So for the last couple of months, audience, I've been quiet. I'm a law student. I'm not a professional prostitute. I'm not a male escort.
A law student?
All of that is being constantly circulated by the media.
You were a male whore. You admitted to me.
Has something to do with something that occurred in my past over 10 years ago. However, people need things to watch too, especially people who don't like to read and who are ignorant. So you guys who are social media junkies tend to listen to what all of the lying idiots who are racist and biased put whatever before your face simply to try to create stories and narratives to push agendas that may be in the minds or in the overall goal of people who are utilizing these social media outlets. Hello, I'm Clayton Howard. People, I believe Cassie and her legal team have created a dedicated campaign to try to discredit me, stalk me, harass me, whatever it might be. Cassie has filed a motion to dismiss. But audience, Cassie has not disputed any of my allegations. Her motion to dismiss attacks me on timeliness of the allegations, stating that, oh, because it happened X amount of years ago, now it's too late to charge her or seek action against it. Her motion to dismiss tries to use a text message sent by me to her husband, trying to respect her marriage and not blow her up for the cum dumpster she actually is.
The moment he called her a cum dumpster, you lost me. Okay, you lost me. Because what that would mean is he was used as a receptacle for Diddy.
People, now audience, you should know something that's really very valid, that the Wigdor law firm seemed to leave out of their arguing that I'm trying to go after Cassie's money. People, I was directed to the U.S. Attorney's Office by the Wigdor law firm. Wigdor sent me to the U.S. Attorney's Office because he knew that Clayton Howard was the guy and that I could verify everything Cassie said. What he was hoping on is that racism and bias in the use of domestic violence would make my voice and my allegations, I want to say, non-prosecutable. He was hoping that he would be able to work with the corruption of the U.S. Attorney's Office to protect Cassie, even though everyone knows at this point that Cassie is lying. So people, what happened is the U.S. Attorney's Office leaned on the attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, and this...
I don't care. The issue I have the most is the fact that he's going after Cassie. He's on here going after Cassie. He's on here going after Cassie. Again, he's on here going after Cassie. I think that's fucking insane. I feel like we all know that Cassie was also under the thumb of Diddy. Period. He aggravates me, okay? He went on for a little long time. I don't care. But Cassie's like, look, I want him to leave me the fuck alone. Okay? He's harassing me. Tell him to get away from me. Okay, per TMZ, Cassie Howard has continued contacting people, connected to her and engaging in conduct she believes amounts to harassment while his lawsuit against her remains active. She's not asking the court for relief and wants to put a stop to her behavior. I feel like he should not be able to bother her. He should not be able to still be bothering that lady. The latest father is the newest development in the legal dispute that has intensified in recent weeks. Howard, who has publicly identified himself as one of the escorts, again, one of the escorts who was paid in the freak-offs. Okay, his file claimed against both Cassie and Diddy, accusing them of causing him psychological and emotional harm. Cassie has denied his allegations and sought to have portions of his case dismissed. I don't understand why the fuck he's suing Cassie. That's the part that aggravates me. I really feel like you need to go after Diddy. That's the culprit. Going after Cassie, to me, is just you trying to fuck with her. Even to me, could it be Diddy want you to fuck with Cassie a little bit? So Now again, he's suing both Cassie and Diddy. However, he's harassing Cassie. As she said, he keeps contacting people. And what's my thing? If you was there, you shouldn't need to contact anybody in Cassie's camp. You texting her husband and saying, "Hey, I fully know what she went through and it was crazy, blah 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 blah," and you never thought that text would come back to haunt you. It aggravates me that people don't want to hold Diddy accountable for what he put into play, for what he was making happen. That's what aggravates me the most. And the fact that I think that's also a reason why Cassie chose to leave the state. Okay, and again, her point is have him leave me alone. Okay, he's harassed. That video he made is harassment. Okay, it's harassment. One part he said, "Bitch, I'm going to burn you out with fire. You want a place with games you can win through prizes." Again, he is harassing me, Your Honor. Get him the fuck out of here. And I feel like somebody need to go beat him up. Okay? Stop harassing. Because to me, if Cassie did not win any money from Diddy, he wouldn't go after her. He wouldn't. But again, assholes will always be assholes. Lastly, is it just Tyra? Let me be sure. But I'm tired. And the game is almost on. I have to just do Tyra and Wendy. I did everybody else, right? I think I did. Yes, I did. I'll be forgetting. Wendy Williams. So Wendy, we haven't heard from Wendy in a while. Okay, we know that the guardianship thing was still going on, and at one point, the last person added to her team kept saying they had hope, like by the end of 2025, that she could be kind of free of things, but she still isn't. Wendy's speaking candidly about her life under guardianship and pushes back against questions around her health and independence. She had a conversation with the New York Post, and she addressed the medical terms tied to her condition. She said, "You hear the word aphasia and dementia. What am I to do?" Williams, who was 1 year old, described living what she says is a locked memory care unit. Says, "I've by now rested my case. It's $25,000 a month. I can't imagine. I can't work. I don't have access to my money. But I'm basically being forced to be locked in this memory care unit. It's costing me $25,000 a month. How much is that a year? That is 300. Yeah, 300 grand a year." And I'm like, Wendy isn't making any money. So she's spending just $25,000 on that place she stays. What if she runs out of money? Again, $25,000 a month. There's grass, trees, 2 floors, no cars around. Can't even do the elevators to go down. It too is locked. I once was a connoisseur of food, and now sometimes I'll just have bills in my room and I don't drink. Again, Wendy is she's kidnapped. Okay, she's being held hostage, if you ask me. Wendy says she still attends church weekly. There's always security with me. Look, I go to church every Sunday. It's a Christian cultural center. 10 a.m. I go with a personal aid. She also reflected on her former TV life and fashion, saying, "Understand, I did a TV show for 14 years. This watching over me also deals with dresses. I was tall, looking gorgeous. Now all my good stuff is in storage. I'm just not going to have some guy follow me in the storage. This means what I'm going to wear." Those days we were long. So I cut stuff down, and now it turned to skirts and shorts. Not you cutting your clothes down. What I do is I keep things in my notebook. They say it's dementia and aphasia. For now, when he said best I can do is Monday and Friday, I go to the gym, let me do something else, and that is that. I don't know exactly how, what, why, but I've gone through a lot of shit. It's very unfortunate that she's still locked in this guardianship, that she's still locked in this unit. I still feel like she should be released to take care of her family. She should not be forced to pay all these bills, all these people, and it's a big ass bill for this damn place. It's weird to me that that's still a thing. It's crazy to me. And then DJ Booth used to be her DJ on the show, and they had a falling out. Well, audio leaked. Booth claiming that he had to perform CPR on Wendy Williams, and whatnot.
Have this perspective. I'm a DJ. I knew Nikki since high school, right? I worked on the Wendy Williams show first. Me and Wendy is still friends to this day. I left the Wendy Williams show because she was sick, illy sick, and tried to herself, my nigga. Do you hear what I'm telling you? So I want you to understand it. I did CPR on her and brought the bitch back to life.
Why she gotta be a bitch?
Put her in my car, took her to the hospital, never heard from Wendy or the company again. They said I seen too much, my nigga. Instead of getting this woman fucking help, that's what y'all do. You know she's not well. She's an alcoholic. So you know what I did? I walked away from the show, my nigga. I spoke to Wendy, went to her crib. She said, Boof, I'm so sorry. I miss you. We are friends to this day. To this day. So when I went viral 7 years ago, when I said, sorry for the victims, that was only to get Wendy to stop drinking because it's killing her. And it worked. To have this perspective.
One, are y'all friends? If you don't speak, I don't know. I think a lot of us already feel like we all, once Kelvin and that girl's affair became public, once that girl got pregnant, I noticed a change in Wendy. And then once the whole pass out thing happened, she was completely different from then. But she was completely different once the affair her husband was having became public. And I do believe from that point on, she was back to drinking. I do believe from that point on, she, things just changed. And I think a lot of people around her allowed it to happen. But at the same time, you can't force an adult to stop drinking or drugging. You can suggest, hey, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You could try to hope or help them function within their addiction. But it's no one's fault that Wendy is in her predicament except Wendy. Like, we really can't even blame Kevin. People have to know addicts will always be addicts, even if they're in remission. And again, no one can force someone to stay clean and sober. It's just unfortunate that Wendy's situation got so bad. But a lot of people failed Wendy. Do I think people could have maybe suggested she got help sooner? Yes. However, if she ain't moaning, she wasn't going to do it. So Booth kind of being upset for whatever the reasons may be. It's like, sir, come fuck down. Okay? At the end of the day, Wendy is still the one suffering because of her own action. I mean, thank God you saved her life. But again, what the fuck you want us to do about it? Okay? And again, if y'all haven't talked in years, then be quiet. Leave it be, bitch. Lastly, Tyra Banks. Okay, we all watched the Top Model documentary on Netflix, and even there was mixed reviews about it all over the place. I always felt like the narrative was it was a horrible show. Tyra was horrible, and the whole point of the show was to defame and alienate and expose and manipulate the contestants. And I still feel like, and Tyra was a horrible person and she should die. Like, people were upset at Tyra. And I kept on saying, my only point was, it wasn't just Tyra. That show had a whole team of people. And if you watch from the beginning to the end, the notion of the show was to hopefully help these girls become top models. That's just not what happened. But when watching the narrative in the documentary did seem like Tyra was avoiding any accountability. Tyra act like, I don't know this, I don't know that. And that came off very just horrible. Like, this disingenuous. So Tyra is now suing Netflix for defamation. Okay. Tyra suing them over her portrayal in the docuseries reality check inside America's Next Top Model. She claims producers used only 16 minutes from her more than 3-hour interview. Now look, if she say they talked to me for 3 hours, I do think only using 16 minutes and then what they chose to use of the 16 minutes can be like, okay, what else did she say? But again, they used just 16 minutes from a more than 3-hour interview and edited her comments to support what she calls a false and defamatory narrative. Tyra said she agreed to participate because she wanted to have an honest conversation about the legacy of the show, including mistakes she would approach differently today. Now, we didn't see any. Every time they asked her about change and stuff, from what they showed us, she didn't acknowledge much things she would do differently. What she did acknowledge was, at the time, that is how things were done. At the time, that's how we thought things were. And at the time, no one had any issues at the time. We really didn't even see them. I don't think we even saw them ask her if she would change anything in current time. But I do remember her speaking from a perspective of, well, back then, blah, 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 blah. She alleges the documentary falsely suggested that she knowingly allowed a contestant to be essayed on the show and later failed to remember the incident when asked about it. The lawsuit states the narrative about Ms. Banks is a complete fabrication, one that Netflix streamed to global audiences of millions. And again, they did make it look like Tyra didn't know about what happened with Shandy. They did make it look like, in real time, the show knew she was assaulted and the show still aired it. And the show tried to make the narrative be, oh, she cheated. That is what the documentary insinuated. I remember watching the show in real time, and there was never a conversation about that situation being an essay situation. Shandy didn't even put it in that narrative until we seen it in the documentary. Even interview she did before the documentary and after the show aired, she never put it under that tone. But once she did, it was in the documentary. The lawsuit also addresses comments from the former show judge, Jay Alexander, who said that Tyra had not visited him following his 2022 stroke. Tyra claimed producers never gave her the opportunity to respond and said she spent years trying to stay in contact with him while living in Australia. Tyra seeks damages for alleged harm to her reputation, lost business opportunities, lost income, and what she describes as significant mental anguish. She's also requesting a jury trial. Look, Tyra's smart, and this is why. Every accusation she made happened. Every accusation she made based on what was in that documentary can be proven to be factual. I'm pretty sure she absolutely harmed her reputation. It did. She absolutely lost business opportunities. She did. I'm sure she also lost income. Okay, I'm pretty sure she was mentally struggling. Look, there's a difference between I'm lying about how it affected my life versus I'm not gonna say shit because I don't want anyone to think I'm like pushing the narrative that I'm a victim. But in hindsight, Netflix did air a documentary that did make her look some kind of way. They did interview her, which made us feel like, well, she know what was being said. I saw another post where it was alleged that she was not, I think it was on the other one, hold on, that she, hold on, I want to say somewhere else it said that she didn't even know that Shandy labeled the situation that happened back then as an essay situation. That she didn't know that's how Shandy looked at it. Let's read this part of it. The lawsuit claimed Netflix edited out major moments where Banks accepted accountability for controversial parts of the show. Instead, she let the series suggest that she knowingly allowed the contestant to be assaulted, whether the trauma for ratings then could not remember the situation. So even if her point is, let's see the raw footage of the interviews, and if y'all ask me questions and I responded in a way that would show me acknowledging my part in it, but y'all chose not to. That's the proof is going to be in whatever they asked her that they did not air. If they asked her stuff about all of this stuff and she was being a bit more accountable for her actions and they just chose to not air that, case closed, she won. Because what we saw was she didn't take it, she didn't come over nothing. Okay, even her saying that she tried to, still be cool with Jay, but I live in Australia. Look, her and Jay thing, Miss Jay, even her saying, I live in Australia. I have a kid. I live in Australia. He lives wherever else. I think people, there are friends, there are people I've known for years who I ain't talked to in years. And even if they hear, like when I was sick in the hospital with COVID, there were a lot of people who did not reach out to me when I was sick. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Mainly because it's not like we cool like that at all. So I can see her saying, I moved out the country. I'm a mom now. We live two separate lives or whatever. We're just not that close anymore. And it's sad that Miss J got sick, but maybe her point was, but y'all was busy. And we were talking now. If they were not talking that much before we got sick, she probably just kept living life. I don't know. The point is, but she said lawsuit, suing. I want the money. Now I want to see this go. And she wants a jury trial. I need this to be aired publicly because I want to see what questions they asked her that they did not air. Because what if what they did not air shows Tyra admitting things were not right? And they just chose to not air that part to make her look worse. Case closed. I don't know. We shall see. Anyway, y'all, I'm done. Okay, look, y'all got a damn 3-hour show today. Okay, on a whole Saturday. Look, anyone watching the replay, thank y'all for watching. Okay, all the ones who watch live, thank you as well. The game come on about 30 minutes, so I'm about to get into that. Okay, y'all, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank y'all for watching on this Saturday. I will probably be live. If I go live tomorrow, it'll be between 5 and 6. If I'm live Monday through Friday, it'll be 9:15. Okay, so come through and have a good time with me and whatever. Okay, I came through. I said, hey y'all, I did a live on a Saturday. Y'all can't fuss at me no more. I came here. We had a good time. Okay, a 2-hour and 45-minute show. Okay, anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me, and I will talk to y'all again. I might come live tomorrow. If I do, it'll be between 5 and 6. And all my lives, Monday through Friday, are always at 9:15. So do yourself a favor and pop on through, okay? But I love y'all. Have a good night. Bye.